Hi kings and queens, welcome to my channel. My name is Natalie. In today's episode, I will show you why I shorted the market on LUNC and how we now also came back up, retested another Fibonacci level where I expect us to first of all pull back down to one of the Fibonacci levels. I'll show you exactly what level that is on this video. When it comes to DXY, LUNC is working exactly together with what DXY is doing, and I expect DXY to pull back down even more to the downside. And when DXY is pulling to the downside, well then Bitcoin is pulling to the upside. I have on Bitcoin 21,900 and 22,500. These are the prices I expect Bitcoin to pull back up to. Don't forget that I'm no financial advisor. You need to look up everything yourself first, but please continue looking at this video and I'll show you why I shorted LUNC. I'll show you why I do believe that DXY will continue back down, and I'll show you why Bitcoin can continue to the upside. So we're starting off by looking at my LUNC trade that I took from today's live stream. I'll show you on TradingView exactly why I took it. We were slightly below my entry. I have my take profit on BYBIT at $0.3,000. And this is where I expect the market to pull back down to, because this is also a Fibonacci level that we have on the higher time frames perspective. And overall, the market is right now having a pullback to the downside. And so that's why I went into short the pullback. Don't forget that you can also receive the best bonus available right now on BYBIT up to $4,450 by using the link in the description down below the video, and you'll also have it up in the corner. It is leverage trading. Always be very careful when it comes to it, and BYBIT is really good when it comes to holding our positions for a longer time with the very low fees. But why I took this trade on LUNC, we saw the market almost came back up and retested one Fibonacci level that we did have at 0.0047,857. But when we were on the live stream, you can go back and see on this live stream that I did have Bitcoin to 22,500K. This is where I went to a market execution while we didn't have the live stream, and I did explain exactly why I did that. Because on the higher time frames, when we're looking at LUNC, the overall, you can see how the market is right now in a heavily downtrend. Not the heavily downtrend, but on the daily, you can see that we have a pretty huge bearish candlestick, and this candlestick is closing in 4 hours and 30 minutes and 37 minutes while I'm recording it. And if we go down to the lower time frames, what I also did was that I took a Fibonacci also based from the daily chart from 0.00024,128 back up to the high, and it definitely looks like we can have the pullback to the downside now. I have my take profit at the 61.8%. This is where I expect the market to pull back down to. We can see the market have a pullback on the lower time frames, but by understanding market structure and the volatility that we have to the downside at the moment, this is definitely the first level I can see us reverse back down. So what I'm doing right now is that I'm just shorting the pullback that we now potentially can have. But on the lower time frames, you can already see that we also have a pullback at the moment, and we can go to the lower time frames. One thing that we'll do now is that we drag a Fibonacci from the previous lower high at 0.0046,473 back down to the low at 0.0004,427. We'll take this one away, and we're to see that we are right now again retesting these Fibonacci levels that we have around 0.00043,463 and 0.00044,113. And we see the market have some momentum, but you can already see how the market is now starting to retest it. We can even go down to the 5-minute chart, a previous support now that just might turn into the new resistance, because this is where the market is supposed to give us a pullback. And while I did have my live stream, I also told everyone that because we saw the market around this level right here at 46,224, and I told them, like, before we pull even down to the Fibonacci levels that we do have where we expect the market to drop, expect the market to pull back up and down, because that's how the market is moving. So patience is definitely key. When it comes to LUNC is also combining its chart so good when it comes to DXY. So it follows what DXY is doing, and DXY overall does have a pullback at the moment too. If we're looking at the higher perspective, you can see how it kind of looks the same, and based on a Fibonacci that I have since before, we spoke about this, but we can expect the market first of all to pull back down and retest 108.640, but we can also pull back down to the Fibonacci levels between 107.0 $107.705 and $107.130. Now this is a pretty heavily downtrend that we're looking at when it comes to the 4-hourly chart. You can see how the market also had this engulfing candlestick that we also spoke in one of the previous videos that I didn't have 2 days ago, and how I did expect the market to drop base of that engulfing candle. And right now we also have one Fibonacci combined with the previous resistance that we are right now retesting from below. So it's Friday today, so the market will close, but I definitely expect the market to continue to drop. We just might see the market pull back up, retest the Fibonacci levels at 109.260. We just might potentially also pull back up and retest this neckline that we actually have based on this head and shoulder formation. And head and shoulders, inverted head and shoulders is reversal patterns. And when you see that on the higher time frames as on the 4-hourly chart, this is a big sign that the market needs to pull back to create the higher low, because what we're looking at right now, DXY did create one higher low. We just might see the market pull back down. And then if we never know, but the market then just might pull back up and give us the bigger head and shoulders, because overall we expect Bitcoin to pull back up long term. So that means that if dollars pulls back down, this just might be the beginning of the market giving us the head and shoulder formation. But we are not done with the downtrend yet. We don't know if this is going to happen. We just might see the market retest continuation to the upside. But have in mind now that this can definitely be something that happens, because we are also retesting previous very, very strong levels. When we're looking at Bitcoin, this is from the weekly chart that I did have. So I took a Fibonacci from 24,326 back down to the low at 19,562. And we are right now, we broke one Fibonacci level right here that we had for a couple of days ago. We take that one away because it's not accurate at the moment. And right now it looks like we're pulling back up to $21,900 and $22,500, and everything is just going up. We just might see the market on the lower time frames give us one small pullback, but I definitely can see Bitcoin pull back up to these Fibonacci levels, and this is also where we of course expect the market then to continue to the downside. But everything depends on how the market is looking when we are coming to these Fibonacci levels, because remember, Fibonacci levels is very, very, very strong, and this is based on the weekly chart, is where we calculate where the next potential lower high can be. So this is something that I expect the market to do at the moment, and combine that with DXY when DXY is pulling back down, and yes, then Bitcoin is pulling to the upside. Thank you everyone for looking at this video together with me. I hope you did enjoy it. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit the notification so you know when I am live next time, or when I do have my daily updates about these cryptocurrencies. I have live streams every single day from Monday to Friday. First one is 1 hour before London session opens, and the second one is at the end of New York session. So I hope I see you there the next time. Until then, I hope everyone will have a fantastic weekend, because I will. We'll see each other later. Okay. Mwah!